Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the LISD Prep Academy Class of 2023 graduation ceremony. Please rise for the entrance of the graduating class. Thank you, Morgan. You may be seated. Well, we have lots of Kleenex around if anyone needs it. It seems to be typically a night we need it. So good evening. I'm Jenny Heath. I'm the Executive Director for CTE and Secondary Programs. And I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us for the 29th Annual LISD Prep Academy graduation. I'm very excited to be honoring our 3 students for the class of 2023. I would like to acknowledge our board member, Mr. David Prey. Thank you for joining us tonight. So we're here tonight to really celebrate 3 extraordinary young women. As I look at our graduates, I see courage, I see perseverance, I see determination, and I see 3 wonderful mothers blazing the trail for their daughters. Before we begin tonight's ceremony, I want you to take a moment, graduates. Laugh a little, right? But look at all the people here celebrating you tonight. It's a pretty special night, that's for sure. So we're going to start off our ceremony with the recital of the Pledge of Allegiance. So if everyone would please rise and face the flags. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So the mission of the LISD Prep Academy, a comprehensive family-centered program, is to promote lifelong learning, independence, employability skills, healthy lifestyles, and positive family values through education and community involvement. The LISD Prep Academy is designed as a family support program to meet the needs of students who are pregnant and parenting teens. It is a collaborative project of all 11 Lenawee County public schools. We're very fortunate at the LISD Prep Academy to have a dedicated team providing wraparound services and supports to our students and their children. I'd like to introduce the team to you. So when I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all staff members are introduced. Joanne Leip, our Child Care Director. Megan Kintner, Michaela Spencer, and Jessica Smith, Child Care staff. Kanita Van Devender, our instructor. We have Bennett Thompson, our school social worker. Gina Williams, our coach. Betsy Hall, our learning assistant. Patty Thomas, our counselor. And I think Sue Ritchie, our other counselor, is there as well. and Megan Paul, our previous Special Populations Coordinator. So thank you. I'll now turn it over to Mr. Mark Haig, Superintendent, for a message to our graduates.
Good evening. We need to be able, is it coming through okay for you? All right. Well, I'm going to try not to laugh with a few of the things we have going on, but hopefully I can provide something here this evening. I was certainly pleased to be asked to speak. A lot of times I just do the welcome. I'm still waiting for the invite to sing, but I think you might be able to tell why I don't get asked that. So hopefully here I'll have a couple things maybe to offer. And typically when I do these, I've done a lot of graduations. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, I've done a lot. I'm saying I've done a lot of graduations over the years. And you would think sometimes, like with a program with 3 graduates, that it might be easier than doing 150 or something. Well, I started working on a message about 2 weeks ago, and I kept setting it aside and bringing it back and setting it aside and bringing it back, and hopefully it's not going to be that long, by the way, but when I get done, hopefully maybe you can tell why, or know maybe why it was a little more of a challenge. Earlier today there was practice for graduation for this program, and then we have another one later, and it's kind of an interesting time, I think, to just kind of take a pulse at practice. You wouldn't think, well, what's the big deal? You walk in, you sit down, you learn who's doing what. But some of you in the audience probably can relate to this. Graduation can bring about a real range of emotions anywhere. High school graduation, that's what I've found over time. I had to do the math, but 37 years ago, next week, I graduated high school. And I know I don't look that old, do I? Yeah. Anyway, so when I was thinking about that, you know, at first I think most people's initial reaction is, I'm so glad to be done, or I can't wait to be done, or I'm excited, or it's a little bit of a struggle to think back that far for me. My teachers in high school probably would have told me I was done about 4 or 5 months before that graduation. And so, but I think when I really reflect on, I've seen this with a lot of students over the years, as much as you're excited and you say things like, oh, I can't wait to be done, or I can't wait to get out of there, well, then there's also a lot of fear or anxiety or concern, and those things start creeping in because there's a lot of safety and security in coming to school from the standpoint, you kind of know the routine. You know what you're going to do for the most part, day in and day out. So, you know, I just want to acknowledge that because I know that that can be a thing, and maybe it's not today, but it might be in a week. You know, a week from now, like, oh, what's going to happen now, or what am I going to do now? So, but more to the point here, for these young ladies, I got a chance last year to know all 3 here, Marissa, and Nigea, because I came down or came over probably about every 3 or 4 weeks. I talked to Miss Sarah, some of you remember Sarah, and said, hey, there's a program or it's kind of an educational series that we do with adults here is offered to our adults on staff. I said, do you think I could come over, or is there a place for me to come over and do that with the students, but also staff participated when they could. You know, some would tag in and out to watch the little ones. So we did that, and I'll tell you at first, they're probably thinking, what in the world? You know, like, who's this guy, or what's he doing? It was a series, really the whole point of this program, it was called the Dream Manager. It's offered in companies. It's like something that you would use for corporate training, like somebody gets a job, they might run you through this as part of your onboarding. And I just thought it might have some value because it's really about giving them, anybody, a time to think about some goals and how to go towards achieving them. There's some financial components, and I know they have other programs where they work through learning personal finance stuff. So just a wide array of things. But it was fun for me. Now, I don't know if it was fun for them. I can't see their faces as well as you can out there. But I think over time, I hope there was at least something, whether they use it then, now, or maybe in the future, that there might be something out of that that could benefit them. But I will say what I didn't count on was, selfishly, I'd be down for about an hour and a half, to do those. Well, when I left, I can't tell you how much I learned. Not just about them, but about things I hadn't thought about in years, to be honest. So it was pretty interesting, and even when I look at the program, I laugh because, I'd come down sometimes, and the other girls, not just graduates, were in there, and, some days a couple would be absent, a different time some other ones might be absent. Well, I don't mind saying tonight, it took me about 3 times of coming down before I realized we had 2 different Marissas. Because they'd say Marissa, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the same Marissa I saw when I was down here the last time. So when I first saw the program, I kind of laughed at myself, or to myself. So, but a little more on a serious note here. You'll probably hear this again tonight. You might hear it from 1 or 2 of the girls if they speak. It would have been really easy for any of the 3 probably to not finish school. Now, I'm not making much eye contact out there because that might not have been an option from some of the people out in those seats. But really, with some of what they were juggling or dealing with, it probably could have been easy just to not finish. And so I know there's plenty of challenges. There's a lot of peaks and valleys in that journey, but I know there's at least 3 little ones scooting around here at different places for sure are glad you finished. You should be glad you finished, and I see a lot of heads going like this out in chairs, that folks that are glad you finished. So first of all, kudos to you for that. Just to follow up a little bit, because some of them missed some of those lessons in that program, so I'm going to get a little bit of it back in here today, but we won't be too long. So when they heard this thing was called the Dream Manager, and I come in, and until Bennett came along, I was the only guy in the building a lot of the times, and some of you know what that means. I was already outnumbered, so, and they heard what this was called, and we're trying to explain what we're going to do a little bit. I don't exactly throw off warm and fuzzy, I know that. So so that title sounds kind of funny, and we'll make this interactive. What do you usually associate with dreams? Who dreams? What kind of people dream? Any ideas what you think of with that?
Everyone.
Well, that's a great answer. A lot of times people just think kids, kids dream. Adults don't dream. Kids dream, and then life happens, So, so we, there's kind of a starting point there talking about some things. Some people prefer the term goals. So there was a lot of talk about what are your goals? Sorting through what do you really want to do? This may have been one of those. It certainly wasn't the only one, I know that, meaning completing high school. But I do suspect that was one for some of them, or all of them. So, but really, and I wasn't the first person to talk to them about goals, I know that. But if you don't have a plan for a goal or a dream, without a plan, you've heard this before, it's just a wish, So, they had one of the activities that I thought they had a little fun with, and, over time you try to get them to create a list of 100 dreams in different types of categories, whether it involved stuff with school or relationships or financially. Well, and that's why they're dreams. Sometimes there was some pretty crazy stuff that would show up on there, and they'd have conversation. I think there was some conversation in between when I'd visit and so on. But I bring all that up, and I liked the people that said, well, everybody should dream. Well, and I think that's a good reminder that, you know, not everything's always going to go perfect. But if you don't even think about where you want to get, probably nothing's going to happen. So I hope they retain some of those pieces. Coming into the finish. I can see it, and I'm not the last speaker. No. Let me just throw out a couple of things, ladies. As I already said, today's graduation, your accomplishments, a huge step towards a solid future. And more impressively, and I know we'll hear a little more about it, I know all three of you have current plans and some future plans, and that's great to hear, that you have some direction about what you want to do. I would give you two tidbits, two things that I think, from my perspective, probably some others, that I would offer that I think should be considered. It's not for me to decide, it's for you. Your number one job moving forward. I think, first and foremost right now, you're parenting. Being a parent, being a mom. I think most in here, if they were being honest, would tell you that with the age of your little ones, you don't get that time back. And, you know, there's not do-overs. And I say that because my wife's a teacher. It's funny. Sometimes people think, I should say, educators, oh, you must have it all in order with your kids. No. Well, I can't speak for some of these folks, but I'm going to tell you no. So, you know, as you get older, I'm thinking, boy, I'd have done that different, or I'd do this different. And at times, with even me being in and out, some of the maturity I saw you young ladies exhibit, I didn't become a parent until I was 28. And I'm pretty sure my wife would tell you I wasn't mature enough then. And then I became a parent again in my 40s. Yeah, I think you see where this is going. She might still debate. And I'm going to be 55 next week, and if you took a poll of my two kids, I know how that would go. So my point is, you don't have to do everything perfect, but I'm saying think about not having regrets, if that makes any sense. So make that a priority. But I also think a close second, or maybe even a tie for your top priority, would remember to take time for yourself. I don't know what that looks like. And what I mean by that is that's going to mean something a little bit different for everybody, but you know, you can get wore out as a parent. I don't need to tell you that. One thing I've never been is a mom. You know, I never have been, and I can never be a mom. And I know there are certain situations where we saw it already. We want mom, we don't want dad, we don't want grandma, we don't want, you know, moms have a special place. But I do encourage you not to forget about yourself at times. And that's for you to sort out what that means or what that looks like, okay? So finally, I just want to say all three of you, in what limited, I don't know you anywhere near as well as some of the other staff that works alongside you daily, but you strike me as very independent, strong, and the reality, though, is you have received and you will need to continue to receive help from others. And that help's going to come from different directions or different people, but you can't do it all alone, so don't forget that either. So congratulations. I think I speak for all our staff in saying that not only are we extremely proud of you, if there's some way, you know, yes, today's the end of your K-12 education, but if there's some way we can assist you in the future, you certainly know where we're at, and I know that happens from time to time. We have graduates come back, and don't be afraid to do that, because you'd be surprised in what ways or things people might still be able to help you with after today. So congratulations, and I'll turn it back to Mrs. Heath.
All right, so now we have a couple of students that would like to come up and share a few thoughts as they get ready to graduate. We're going to start with Marissa Nichols.
Hi, I'm Marissa Nichols. If you would have asked me 2 years ago if I thought I would have this cap and gown on, I would have told you no. Sophomore year, I had my beautiful daughter Harmony, not even thinking about school or my future plans. Junior year, same thing. But around Thanksgiving, I realized that all I do is work and be a mom. I know that there was more for me. I came to prep in November of 2021 with sophomore credits that needed to be done as a junior. I knew I had a lot of work to do. Now I'm leaving prep with high school credits and college credits. This year has been full of changes that involved some adjusting, but us girls have pushed through it. I want to thank everyone here at Prep and Tech Center for being the best supporters ever. Bennett, aka Chewbacca, and Gina for making sure we always had someone to talk to, and the snacks. Betsy for always checking on us, Miss Hillard for always checking on me and helping me figure out what I wanted to do after high school. Miss Heath, even though you had so much on your workload, you still make time for us over at Prep. Thank you guys. Miss Joanne, you always made sure I had everything I needed and went out of your way to make sure I was okay. Always so amazing to Harmony, so thank you. Megan, Michaela, and Jess, you guys are like superheroes. Words cannot express how thankful I am to have you guys. Okay. Words cannot express how thankful I am to have you guys watch over my daughter. Jess, taking the time to teach us things we'll use in the future, like cooking. Michaela, always being so helpful and always having an amazing outfit for the holiday or the coolest socks. Then there's Megan. The laughs we've had are way too many to count, like when Barney was standing outside the window. You truly are so amazing. The time and dedication you put in to make our kids happy is incredible. Thank you, childcare, for being so loving to my daughter. Miss Kanita, I don't know where to even begin. You've helped me so much these past 2 years. You've helped me like math, not love, only like. Even with all the changes that happened this year, you've stayed strong with helping every single one of us the best way you can. I will miss you trying to keep up with our slang or learning how to dab. Thank you for being the best math teacher ever. I would like to thank my parents, my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my stepdad. You guys have molded me into the hardworking, motivated person I am become. I do not know where I would be without you guys. I love you guys more than I could ever begin to express. The biggest blessing has been watching you go from parents to the best grandparents to Harmony. The one person I have to thank for making this possible is my beautiful daughter, Harmony. If it wasn't for her, I would not be on this stage right now. Everything I do is for her. These past 2 years, my biggest motivator has been and will continue to be Harmony. I came back to school and got this far to show her that no matter what life throws at you, you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. I knew that if I wanted the best for her, then I needed the best for myself. Getting pregnant at 15, you're told that your life is over and you won't get that high school experience, but I've learned that that is wrong. Your life isn't over, you just have more responsibilities, but nothing can beat watching the child you create grow so much each day. Yeah, I missed out on cheer, prom, and Friday night lights, but I never missed those first steps or those first words, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. It takes a village, and I'm beyond grateful for mine, so thank you to family and friends for being here today with me, and congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Marissa. Well said. Our next speaker is Nigea Brighton.
It's okay, baby. You got it.
Come on.
Yes, you can.
You can do it.
I have to do it later. Come on. Don't get crazy.
I've never known you not to have something to say.
Hi, my name is Nigea, and I am graduating.
Come on out there. Let's go. Push it out.
You got it. You can do it. Come on, sweetheart.
For the longest time, I thought I wasn't going to make it or wanted to give up. Many times it got overwhelming and frustrating, especially when I was going through a depression episode. With that, I couldn't have done it with my support team behind me. I want to thank you to my mom and my bonus mom for pushing me to be the best I can. Another thank you to my stepdad and my bonus dad who are always on my side no matter what. Thank you to my grandmas and my aunts and my uncles who believe in me. And thank you to Noah who always fought to get me up for school. Thank you to Miss Sarah, Miss Kenita, Miss Gina, Mr. Bennett, and all the other prep staff who always helped me through the years to be able to make it to graduation day. And thank you to my general manager, Floyd, because he's also another father figure and pushed me to not give up, especially when he threatened to take my hours away at work. And thank you, Miss Joanne, Miss Megan, Miss Michaela, and Miss Jess for taking care of Nova in all of her attitude and sassiness. A special thanks to my daughter, Nova. I do not believe I would have finished without school without you. And even in my darkest days, you keep me pushing. Now with my high school diploma, I plan to go to college to be a diagnostic medical sonographer. This career interests me from the experiences with Nova. To end, I just want to say a special and big thank you to my mom and my bonus mom. Both of you have been through so much and went through many struggles and made sure to never give up. You guys always made sure my siblings and I had whatever we needed and wanted. And now along with Nova, y'all showed me what it means to be strong and keep pushing. You both have supported me and pushed me. Moms, I did it.
Thank you, Nigea. We knew you could do it. So at this time, our graduates would like to present a special tribute to a few of their special guests.
I started driving, I was watching everything.
Love you. Oh, the boys for great grandma. All right.
So Mr. Haig will now present students with their certificate of completion. Their official high school diplomas will be provided by their home districts. So class of 2023, please rise and prepare to receive your diplomas. Miss Marissa Alvarado. Marissa, an Adrian graduate, is currently employed as a certified nursing assistant at Lenawee Medical. She plans to attend Jackson College in the fall to pursue a career in nursing. Her daughter Ophelia is 1. Miss Nigea Brighton. Nigea, an Adrian graduate, plans to attend Jackson College in the fall to pursue a career as an ultrasound technician. Her daughter Nova will be 3 this summer. Miss Marissa Nichols. Marissa, a Hudson graduate, plans to attend Siena Heights University in the fall to pursue a career as an elementary school teacher. Her daughter Harmony is 2. We get a little extra entertainment tonight, too. So Ms. Kenita Van Devender will now offer reflections on behalf of the prep staff.
Okay, you folks will get a kick out of this. During rehearsal today, it's always an ongoing thing is who would cry most at speech giving. So the counsel that my leaders gave me today, our students, was to just take my time, breathe, and just share the speech with you. Now, I elaborated a little bit, but seriously, they said pause and breathe. So here we go. Good evening. My name again is Miss Kenita Van Devender, and I have been one of Miss Alvarado's, Miss Brighton's, and Miss Nichols' teachers during their high school journey. They have enjoyed educational experiences from professionals at both the Prep Academy and the Tech Center. Young ladies, this celebration is representative of your perseverance, spirit of fortitude, and high school evolution. You 3 have been a pleasure to have at Prep. We at Prep continue to try and find ways to build, to role model, and to maintain positive self-talk. Your continued self-talk journey has encouraged and empowered you to accomplish a variety of things. You have also had many successful learning opportunities and experiences in developing successful school strategies and life skills due to a variety of caring staff. They have all, and I say with capital letters, ALL, been consistent ones for information and assistance with life's challenges during your high school years. Each of them have made time to get to know you and your little ones. They have provided guidance and additional one-on-one encouragement and support, regardless of your mood, regardless of your energy level, and regardless of your communication style. And of course, let's not forget you as our families, friends, fellow students, and the community of young mothers who have been there for you and encouraged you and your little ones along this journey. I am honored to share personal observations on behalf of our prep staff this evening. We have been happy to witness you as engaged mothers who adore your little ones. Your respect for prep and tech center staff, politeness, and common courtesies were always appreciated and certainly led to numerous successful interactions. We have some quick observations we would like to share with this audience of family and friends. We know you all enjoy being mothers. In fact, some days, I will reflect you probably enjoyed being a mother better than being a student in our classes. You have all shown various levels of maturity and wanting to be financially responsible for your daughters. Ms. Alvarado, we have repeatedly witnessed a quiet and calming personality who loves to laugh, who loves to share experiences, and who treasures her independence and self-sufficiency. Ms. Brighton, we enjoy your laugh. You have a way of making a conversation interesting. I learned a few things, and of course, funny. We have had the pleasure to also enjoy your creative and gifted baking talents.
Yeah.
Ms. Nichols, we have appreciated your attention to attendance, academic preparations, and active participation in your subjects. We believe your school experiences have built a strong school foundation and one you will gladly instill in your children, Ophelia, Nova, and Harmony, as they continue to grow and embrace learning one step at a time. Always remember to read them books daily, as reading instills the love of education and builds a solid foundation for their school experiences. Again, we celebrate each of you today, pushing against the odds and realizing your high school diplomas. You are becoming strong role models for your siblings and your daughters. You have also shown resilience and risen above individual obstacles to achieve high school credits, and we know it wasn't easy. You have placed a priority on achieving a high school diploma, which increases your opportunities for job variety, stronger job outlooks, and increased financial likelihoods for you and your families. Education does make a difference. We thank you for building and utilizing a positive frame of mind, because we know we needed to have a positive frame of mind at times. We thank all in your immediate circle, which obviously are looking at me and all of you, who have supported the importance of educational achievements. And I can picture some of you I've had a chance to meet, and we'll talk later, but congratulations to each of you. This ongoing positive frame of mind and can-do attitude, yes you can, definitely sets you on a course of continued accomplishments and will steer you into new directions with new academic successes. If you by chance complete an internet search on leadership characteristics, you will find a variety of articles sharing insights into which characteristic sets leaders apart from others. You each one of you, have a different set of characteristics that employers will enjoy and appreciate. As you continue to work with people from different walks of life, remember to smile, as you all have beautiful smiles. So can I get a smile? There you go. As you proceed in your post-high school journeys, remember your school and motherhood experiences have given you many and many opportunities to take away insights from experiences, to replicate lessons learned, and to modify strategies in solving problems. Let's highlight a few characteristics that you all three exhibit. Number one, adaptability. Being mothers of young children, the balance of structure and adaptation to changing situations is, I'm sure, an ongoing daily occurrence. As you go forward after high school, beginning tomorrow, Finding balance and building structure with consistency will be important key in a different town, and then comes back to get herself and her daughter to school. Her days do not end with her school day. Marissa also works. I can't look at you. Marissa also works after school and on weekends. During this last part of the year, Marissa has been cadet teaching at Madison Elementary. With all of the skills that she is learning and already possesses, Marissa will make a great advocate and support system for her future students. Again, congratulations, Ms. Nichols. We are very proud of you.
Okay, as we come to kind of closing out our evening tonight, just a couple of housekeeping details. Following the ceremony, we'd like to offer graduates, their families, and friends a cake and cookie reception at the Prep Academy, and that is just next door. Our greeters will be happy to accompany you there, and our students as well. They can lead the way. So before we close our ceremony, I'd like to take one last opportunity to thank everyone here. This is probably the largest audience we have had in years, and I know our graduates are thankful that you're all here supporting and encouraging them. Thank you to our staff at the Prep Academy for your nurturing spirits, your countless hours of assisting our students, and most importantly, loving their children. Marissa, Nigea, and Marissa, I want you to look around at all those staff members that helped you. And you're going to walk through those doors soon here, but I want you to know that we're still here to support you. So if you need help navigating college, we want you to give us a call. If you need help solving a math problem, who should you call? Call Miss Kanita. You need help with terrible 2s, terrible 3s, terrible 4s? Call Grandma Joe over there. But know that we are still here to support you. So if you need something, truly, give us a call, stop in, text us. We'll be here for you. We've truly enjoyed our time serving you and your children. Okay, and I want to leave you this. Remember to follow your instincts and curiosity wherever they lead. Embrace opportunities. Be bold and take risks. And don't let fear of failure stop you. Above all, make sure you enjoy what you do and celebrate your accomplishments. And with that, I'd like our graduates to stand. So I'm pleased to present the graduating class of the LISD Prep Academy 2023. And if you haven't, graduates, please move your tassel from right to left. So congratulations, we are very proud of each of you.
Let it go, let it roll right off your shoulder, don't you know? The hardest part is over, let it in. Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain. shine till you feel